morning, here is the news at 10. First, the highlights. Lagos State government promises residents more laudable infrastructural project. Federal government frowns against organized labor strike. On the foreign scene, North Korea promises to stop sending balloons into Seoul. And in sport, Namibia defeats Oman in T20 World Cup Group B clash in Barbados. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Special advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Media and Publicity, Dele Agadumo, has announced that the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has delivered laudable infrastructural projects and dividends of democracy to improve the standard of living of millions of Lagos residents in the last 5 years. Akoshile said the present administration has recorded key achievements in the areas of traffic management and transportation, health and environment, education and technology, making Lagos a 21st century economy, entertainment and tourism, and security and governance. He noted that inclusion in government is also an integral part of Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration's Themes Plus developmental agenda. Akoshile added that the red and blue rail lines inaugurated by Governor Sanwo-Olu's administration are game changers, noting that the administration inherited the Blue Line Rail project, completed the first phase, and is currently working on the second phase. Some residents of Lagos have expressed their appreciation to the proactive measures taken by the Lagos State Parking Authority, LASPA, in addressing the issue of indiscriminate parking across various areas of the state. In a letter addressed to LASPA and signed by the Secretary of the Community Development Association, Temitope Adilowo, the residents of Yaba acknowledged improvement in the movement of vehicles within the area. Adilowo said LASPA has taken additional steps to address parking issues by installing warning and directional signs on major roads, aiming to alleviate traffic congestion caused by indiscriminate parking. The association also commended the professionalism displayed by LASPA officials during the exercise. Reacting to the commendations, General Manager of LASPA, Adebisi Adelabu, informed that the Lagos State Parking Authority has embarked on full-scale implementation of the parking policy with the aim to reduce parking-induced traffic congestion and enhancing commuting experiences for all residents and visitors. She urged Lagos residents and visitors to comply with traffic regulations and avoid indiscriminate parking to facilitate smooth movement across the state. The Lagos State government has directed all ministries, departments and agencies to henceforth adopt the new national anthem, Nigeria We Hail Thee. This is contained in a circular signed by the head of service, Bode Aguru. The directive followed President Bola Tinubu's signing of the bill returning the old national anthem as the new after being passed into law by the National Assembly. The circular urged all accounting officers to ensure compliance at all state events. And now to the rest of the stories. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, has faulted the organized labor over the nationwide strike. Fagbemi, in a letter to the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress leaders, insisted that the strike over the new minimum wage is a violation of a subsisting National Industrial Court order restraining the unions from grounding the nation through the strike. He said this as a meeting convened by the National Assembly leaders failed to achieve its objective following the NLC and TUC's insistence on going ahead with the strike. Meanwhile, Minister of State for Labour, Nkiruka Onyejacha, affirmed that the government could not pay more than 60,000 naira, which she said represented a 100% increase on the current minimum wage. Also, the Nigeria Police has urged the organized labor to shelve the planned strike and return to the negotiation meetings with the federal government. Police said through negotiations, both parties will resolve the issue amicably as the industrial action might bring untold hardship to Nigerians. Police Public Relations Officer Olumiwa Adejobi explained that avoiding the strike will prevent a breakdown of law and order within the country. Adejobi noted that in the light of the federal government's recent declaration that the planned strike is illegal and premature, the Nigeria Police views the action as a potential catalyst for increased tension and political instability. And now to foreign news. North Korea has promised to stop sending rubbish-filled balloons into South Korea, claiming its campaign has been an effective countermeasure against propaganda sent by anti-regime activists in the neighboring country. Seoul's military said North Korea had floated hundreds of balloons carrying bags of rubbish containing everything from cigarette butts to bits of cardboard and plastic over the border and threatened to retaliate if the provocations did not stop. Hours later, North Korea said it will halt the campaign. Now, sports. Namibia has scored a nerve-shredding victory over Oman in their T20 World Cup Group B clash in Barbados after a low-scoring thriller was decided by a super over. David Weiss was the hero for Namibia, contributing 13 runs in the Africa's super over total of 21 before restricting Oman to 10 runs with the ball in hand to seal a crucial win at Kensington Oval. The match had gone to a decisive extra over after a tense duel, so both teams finished with 109 runs from their allotted 20 overs. And that ends our news at 10. Just before we go, ensure you make use of your seatbelt while driving. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X Traffic Radio 961, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and program live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website at trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration injected 100 high-medium capacity buses for standard routes? Get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, are the highlights of the major stories. Special advisor to the Lagos State Governor of Media and Publicity, Boyega Akoshile, has announced that the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has delivered laudable infrastructure projects and dividends of democracy to improve the standard of living of millions of Lagos residents in the last 5 years. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, has faulted the organized labor over the nationwide strike. He also told you that North Korea has promised to stop sending rubbish-filled balloons into South Korea, claiming its campaign has been an effective countermeasure against propaganda sent by anti-regime activists in the neighboring country. And in sport, Namibia has scored a nerve-shredding victory over Oman in their T20 World Cup Group B clash in Barbados after a low-scoring thriller was decided by a super over. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast from Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning.